President Trump signed into law what we've been speaking about, S. 2155, the Economic Growth, Regulatory Relief, and Consumer Protection Act. These reforms will improve economic growth and competitiveness for financial institutions and their customers, and I am eager, as are many of my constituents, for them to move forward. I'm going to ask each of you for a very fast, lightning round update on the implementation of proposed rulemakings from S. 2155 that have a closed comment period. There are approximately 8 of them. I'm glad you have that matrix, Comptroller Otting. Here we go. Number 1, Section 214, promoting construction and development on Main Street. Mr. Quarles, Mr. Otting, Ms. McWilliams.
Congressman Wagner, you're asking us, when do we think that would get completed?
Yes, I want the status, the update. Like, what is the status currently?
I would say 60 days.
Mr. Quarles, Ms. McWilliams, yes?
Sounds correct, yes.
Okay. Next, number 2, Section 401, enhanced supervision and prudential standards for certain bank holding companies. Mr. Quarles.
Yeah, anything on which the comment period is closed, I think we will have a final rule on within 60 to 90
Within
days.
60 days? 90 days?
60 to 90, yes.
60 to 90. Section 201, capital simplification for qualifying community banks. Mr. Quarles, Mr. Otting, Ms. McWilliams. 60, 90, 30, 10.
60.
Going with 60. Number 4, Section 203, Community Bank Relief Act. Mr. Quarles, Mr. Otting, Ms. McWilliams. I like it.
Final rule expected August 2019.
August 2019. All right, good. Number 5, Section 103, the rural area appraisal exemption. Mr. Quarles, Mr. Otting, and Ms. McWilliams.
60 to 90 days.
Oh, come on. I need better than that. Mr. Otting.
I am trying to find it in my chart.
I love your matrix. Can I just get a copy of your matrix, sir? No,
Pardon me?
no, it's not easy.
As we said, I said in my opening comment, almost all of these will be done by September 30th. A couple are going to move into the fourth quarter, but all are expected to be.
Well, which ones will move into the fourth quarter, do you think?
Pardon me, ma'am?
Which ones will move into the fourth quarter, do you think? Look at the staff working behind you. This is great. Team effort. So as not to waste time, Section 103, rural area appraisal exemption.
I don't know why I don't have
Mr. Quarles, Mr. Otting.
Final rule expected by July 2019.
All right. Section 204.
We would be more than happy to provide all these dates to you.
That is outstanding. I thank you very, very much. And I will then.
Mr. McHenry could provide you a copy of our letter.
That would be just dandy. Thank you very, very much. It's very important that we get these done, especially those that have closed the comment period and move forward with this tremendous piece of bipartisan legislation. Let me ask another question here. Pursuant to the Dodd-Frank Act, you promulgated the Volcker Rule in 2013, a highly complex and burdensome regulation restricting banks from engaging in proprietary trading or investing in covered funds, despite the fact that prop trading in commercial banks was not central to the economic crisis. Last year, you proposed amendments to the rule to address some of the burdens. And finally, last May, as part of Senate 2155, Congress acted to alleviate some of the harmful aspects of the Volcker Rule. Where do things stand on comprehensive Volcker Rule reform, as well as with regard to implementing the provisions in 2155?
I can address that. So that we have received hundreds of comments on the Volcker Rule proposal, as both the Volcker Rule itself and the comments are extremely complex. The relevant agencies, there are 5 affected agencies together, have been reviewing those comments. Our expectation is that we will have responses to those comments and a conclusion as to how to respond to them soon, within the next, I would say within the next couple of months, over the course of the summer, certainly, we will have that response. Necessarily because on the covered funds issue, as you know, in the proposal last year, we asked questions as opposed to having a specific proposal on covered funds. There will be at least a initial proposal of what to do on covered funds, and therefore an additional comment period and some process on that afterwards.
Thank you. My time's expired. I yield back.
The gentleman from California.